My name is Darren from HTJ.tax, and we're the team that seeks to demystify that sometimes confusing world of international tax. And today we have the honor and privilege of a great conversation with Karen. Karen, could you please introduce yourself?
Hey, Darren, thank you so much. My name is Karan Thavrani. I have my own law firm here in the UAE, Chakra Legal and Corporate Services. I am an Indian qualified lawyer, and I was born and brought up in Dubai. I grew up in India, and then I came back to Dubai. So I've been in Dubai for a while to know the areas of work. I am a DIFC qualified lawyer, and with will registrations, one of the jurisdictions to register is DIFC. And with this DIFC registration, that enables me to help clients get their will registered in the DIFC.
Okay, I know you touched on it in the previous video, but could you talk us through, perhaps in a bit more detail, what happens when a person passes away without a will versus with a will? You know, we know it's bureaucratic, but can you break it down a bit?
So I'll start with when there's a will, because that's a shorter answer.
Yeah.
You go to the court and you present the will, the death certificate, proof of identification of the executor, deceased beneficiaries, proof of the assets. And once that's done, the file is opened in the court, and then it's about getting the applications done until you get the court order. And this takes about 6 to 8 weeks. The executor can come in themselves and get the execution done. In case the will is registered with DIFC, then it's a virtual process, so no need to come in person. And then the final option is if they would give a power of attorney, let's say to me, and then I handle the process in the court from start to finish. And then once you get the court order, you execute the court order at different departments, and that's the process completed. And then we have when there is no will. This is when things get complicated, and you have to identify who are the legal heirs as per Sharia law. You have to collect everyone's identification. So in the Sharia law, the first layer of beneficiaries are the parents, spouse, and children. In case there is no male beneficiary in this first layer, then the siblings also come in of the deceased, and they get a percentage of the share as well. And then along with everything I mentioned, like the proof of the assets, the identification, death certificate, you also submit identification of all these list of beneficiaries. And then there is an appointment scheduled with the judge, and they ask to bring 2 witnesses. In case it's a Muslim who's deceased, then they have to be Muslim witnesses. If they are non-Muslims, then non-Muslim witnesses are fine. And then they ask them, the judge will ask the witnesses questions about the legal heirs to see who's alive and who's passed away. And once this has been successfully completed, then we have the succession certificate, which would state the percentages that each legal heir is entitled to. And then you've got the agreement that comes in, where the legal heirs agree between each other. Are they okay to take everything according to what the judge has mentioned on the succession certificate, which is according to the law? Or if they are okay to waive off their share, and then they're okay to transfer everything to one beneficiary, which is what happens in most cases. Mm-hmm. And then you start the regular process, which happens when a will is in place. So in this kind of situation, it would take approximately 3 to 4 months, but it could also go up to 6 months.
Okay, pretty comprehensive. So, okay, let's look at it in perspective. So help me out, because there are like 50 free zones across the 7 Emirates. So how does someone know where to register the will? Or does registering it in one mean that it's recognized in all?
As someone, if you have an asset in the UAE or you live in the UAE, you are free to get your will registered in any jurisdiction. So there's all of the 7 Emirates, and then you've got DIFC and ADGM. So that's a total of 9 courts that accept will registrations. But the more popular options to register will are DIFC, Abu Dhabi courts, which is also known as ADJD, and then you've got the Dubai courts. So these are the most popular options. And also, just to add, and when the person doesn't have a will, we look at the residence visa, where this was issued from. Let's say it was an Abu Dhabi visa, so we can only go to Abu Dhabi court to complete the processes. If the person just had a property in Dubai, an investment, and there was no residence visa, in this case, we show the Dubai asset and we start the process in Dubai courts.
Understood. Okay. Thank you very much for that. And Karen, if people want to get in touch with you and find out more about your services, what's the best way to find you?
The best way to find me would be through my website. So that's chakralegal.ae. That's CHAKRA, chakralegal.ae, or my email, karan@chakralegal.ae.
Fantastic.